I did flip a house unsuccessfully on 26th Street in Churchill. Bought it, renovated it. The market was starting to tank. So I want to say this was like, I want to call it 06, 07 when I was trying to exit. So the world's starting to get tough. Yeah. So I think I lost about 10 or 15 grand on that house.
Did you start leaning into like books or podcasts or like local relationships of other people who are investing, like starting to get out that way?
Yeah, I would say from 02 to 05, definitely read a lot of business books, business like biographies and stuff like that. And then somewhere around closer to 05, started really hyper focusing on real estate related books. This is pre-podcast world.
For sure, yeah.
And so I remember like the Robert Kiyosaki books, all those books kind of lit fires like inside of me to like keep learning more. And then I went down like the specialized books, like, like how to buy foreclosures and like the less sexy ones. And like, I don't know if I want to do that, but like definitely read a lot, read business magazines and business books. And then if you remember all the shows that used to come on back then, Flip This House, Flip That House, all of those, where a guy in Charleston would buy a house, renovate it and sell it. They always made it look pretty sexy. So that really got my attention around the same time as I went to grad school in 05 at VCU with an MBA with a focus in finance. And for all my electives, I took all real estate finance classes.
Interesting.
So building spreadsheets, building models for the first time. And I was really drawn to the spreadsheet. I'm not a great spreadsheet guy now compared to like the whizzes out there, but I really loved like building the models and like, just taking a property, looking at the income and expense and all that good stuff.
So was getting your MBA due to real estate, like your love for real estate? Is that why you wanted to go back?
It was really more about me not knowing what I wanted to do. I did the mortgage thing for a year and a half and made decent money, didn't love it. I knew that wasn't my career. Still couldn't put my finger on what my career is going to be. And I wasn't very employable still. Like the market was not great for jobs back then. And so no one was going to hire me. And I feel like I just needed more education. Right. So it was kind of a leap of faith. And I'm glad I did it because like around that same time too, I'm not partying like I was in college. I was really more focused. I'd work all day, go to class at night, study all night, study all weekend, and really fell in love with some of those classes. Yeah. And so like it further like inspired me to want to keep learning.
So tell me about your first deal, if you can. I assume you can remember the first deal.
Yeah, I would say like there's around. I honestly don't remember the timing because they're all around the same time. I did flip a house unsuccessfully on 26th Street in Churchill. Bought it, renovated it. The market was starting to tank. So I want to say this was like, I want to call it 06, 07 when I was trying to exit. So the world's starting to get tough. Yeah. So I think I lost about 10 or 15 grand on that house. But around that same time, 07 is when I started the property management company. I've met a couple, older couple that were consultants of mine at the time. They had some extra money in their 401k and they saw that we were learning the management side pretty well. So they basically became our capital for like 3 deals. We did 2 houses and a duplex. Then I think we did a 6-unit building with them as well. Most of these back then were historic tax credit rehabs. That deal, I'm happy to share how it was structured. So like they put up all the capital. We bought, renovated, got the tax credits, sold the tax credits. And for those first couple of deals back then, we were able to get them all of their capital back from the sale of the tax credits. For the first 3, I think the fourth one, we ended up having to leave about a third of it in, which sounds great today. Back then, we were mad we couldn't get it all out. Today, you're like, holy crap, I get 67% of my equity back, in a year. Yeah. Looking back, and then we just split the equity 50-50 of the property. That was pretty simple deals.
Yeah. So you went straight into like tax credits on your first few deals.
I would say I think I did 4 single families or duplexes just buying holds before we did our tax credit deals.
How were you finding these roughly? Like, were you using wholesalers, like building your network? Were you marketing for these or what?
Good question. A little bit of all of it, I would say. I definitely joined like the Richmond Ring Group. I'm sure you're familiar with them. I met a lot of folks through there. They were shopping around a lot of like, at the time, a lot of lower end single families. Back then, Richmond didn't have these like booming submarkets like you have today. So like Churchill was kind of the same as the South Side, which is kind of the same as over here. There was no like booming neighborhood.